If Thug snitched, then now it's commercial. Now, you know what I mean? Now
You think where did that begin?
6ix9ine.
Do you think there else? Oh shit! I okay.
Let's jump into this Thug thing, man. So if you didn't know, basically somebody leaked all the interrogation clips, um, along with all them leaked jail phone calls, and basically it's had the whole industry, you know what I mean, talking about Thug. Like,
And we had a conversation like maybe a couple weeks ago about, you know what I'm saying, Thug calling everybody a rat. You know, every chance he get. Yeah, I mean, he might have called Kid Cudi a rat or something. I don't know. Gunna, obviously calling Gunna a rat, but what's your thoughts knowing that he potentially
Yo,
told too? You know what I mean?
yeah. Yo, I forgot we spoke on that with Kid Cudi. I completely forgot that. Uh, Damn, he sure did call Cudi a rat for speaking on Diddy. That's crazy. Yeah, I think it's real crazy. What do you think? Do you think is I haven't heard all of the clips, but is he ratting or is this more about him being messy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's
Because
like,
there's one thing being messy, there's another, ratting. So what you think before we get into that? What you think? What is this? Ratting or being messy or both? What is it?
I don't know. At this point, I just feel like it's so sloppy. It's just like whatever the street code is. I, at this point, it just don't seem like it's a real thing because it's like it really comes down to is like so for just to get your opinion. If somebody say me, you, and two, three other people, we do a crime or whatever, and the first person told, the second person told, and then I'm interrogated last, and I told after I know that they told already. Is that you know what I mean? Is that because that's what I feel like that interrogation could be after the Gunna stuff came out. But even then, it's still like he's just super duper convicted on being able to call somebody a snitch, and it's just like even if it's a gray, if you're like in the gray area, it
Yeah,
just seems kind of like weird. You know what I mean? And
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, about what you're saying, if someone snitch first, then the next snitch, and then you last. Well, first off, when the first person or even the second person snitch, your deal is off the table.
yeah,
So it's no more, it's no more snitching. Them niggas beat you to it. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's a race who can snitch first. First off, but yeah, right. But besides that, like, who would the last person be telling on? The first two people, we already established he wouldn't be able to tell. But yeah, man, Thug calling everybody else a rat, and then it's leaking that he was talking too. That's crazy. It's just instant karma. You know what they be saying, and I hate it too because you got people like 6ix9ine and shit, coming at you. And did Thug get anybody arrested with what he said? I'm just trying to figure out. I'm not trying to make excuses for him for Thug not in his rap. I just want to know, like, what he said. Was it convicting anybody? Was old news that they already knew about, and he was just re-illustrating, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He had said something about. He said he sold weed instead of shooting the tour bus. He was like, I told him that we sold weed, blah, 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 blah. The throwing mouth that the actual thing that they wanted to know. So, is that what this is?
It could be something like that too. I just think it's real sloppy. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and back to what we were saying, the police or the government or whoever, they just trying to tear apart an entire conglomerate, and that's how you do it. Put them in jail, let all their funds dwindle down. Niggas will start telling real quick. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
let them run through all them bills they got. You know, for a whole year without adding no money to it. It's
People gonna start talking, and
I think there's levels, obviously, but eventually everybody gonna calm down. We're gonna actually talk about what was said. And for one, everyone gonna say it's snitching because Gunna was in court and he said something in front of the judge
mm-hmm.
as if he had a choice or not. But anyway, uh, they're gonna say they're snitching and whatnot. And he was in court because he said something in front of the judge. And then they're gonna say what Thug did was snitching because he was in the car or whatnot, in the back of the car talking to the officer or whatnot, and what he said. At some point, we're gonna actually, I guess I'm trying to say is, what came of any of this? Is what Gunna did actually considered snitching because I guess something came of it for Thug, or is what Thug did considered snitching? Is it snitching because you spoke to the police, period? Or did someone have to be convicted off of what you said? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think at some point we're gonna go into the details of what was actually, like, they saying Woody didn't snitch, or what Woody did actually helped the case. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in a way, Woody did snitch, but when people talk about it, they say no, Woody got up there and played stupid, did
Mm-hmm.
this and that. So they're trying to consider it not snitching. So I'm trying to figure out from the public, from civilians, not the street code or whoop-de-whoop, what do civilians believe snitching is? Do you believe snitching is just to talk to the police, talk to the judge? Do you think snitching is telling on someone you had nothing to do with someone kidnapped somebody or some shit? You had nothing to do with the crime, but you still spoke. Or snitching, you had something to do with the crime and you wanted to benefit or get out of trouble, so you told on another person. What do civilians think snitching? That's what we really need to figure out.
Yeah,
Because,
I would say I'm a
no,
civilian. I would say I'm a civilian, bro. And I'm gonna say, in my honest opinion, it would be
civilian,
getting somebody, um, getting somebody that you equally were so we equally were invested into doing this crime together, and um, basically putting it all on you, and you know what I mean.
right?
And I'm with that. I'm willing to. That allows me to get off free, and you're in jail. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but I feel like they had. That's what I'm saying. It's too messy. Like, everybody got a different saying. Whoever snitched got a reason why they not snitching. Like, um, because some would say if you talk to the police at all, in any
right.
way, but I'm just like,
Whatsoever.
yeah,
And
whatsoever.
like, I think extra rules obviously is like a game of telephone. The first thing that was said by the last person is completely different. And I think, like I said, what is snitching? Because now, when snitching first was brought up, when they first came up with what snitching was and what snitching is today, like everywhere it evolves and shit, right? Or every meaning of something, it evolves. So what is snitching today? Like, everybody think, period, like you said, talking to the cops, period, is snitching. Or telling on a coworker is snitching. Your neighbor
Mm-hmm.
saying that you litter is
Yeah.
snitching. Like, what is snitching? Is it the crime together? Is it a coworker telling on you because they seen you fucking off at work? Is it you telling on your friend? What is snitching? You get what I'm saying? Or is all of it snitching? You know what I'm saying? So we really need to figure out, and maybe that will help.
But I think this right here, this whole case, bro, I think this is going, like, this situation is now snitch is going to be across the board. It's going to be accepted. Um, you can like no, let me not say accepted. I don't want to be disrespectful, but
You're going down the right path, but it's crazy what you're saying. But
they made
yeah,
snitching
yeah,
commercial with this shit, with this right here, like with Thug, with I mean I don't know what I'm not gonna cipher through millions of different things to, oh, did he snitch or did he not snitch? But like Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean, T.I., they saying 6ix9ine, all these people done snitched.
Let's talk about it now. Did Snoop snitch on his murder? His it wasn't a murder case. It was a shooting, right? Did Snoop? It was a murder case, right?
It was,
It was
yeah,
yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah. Did Snoop snitch?
That's just what the internet, um,
No, this rapid Christian type shit. Just yes or no. Do you think he snitched? Or you don't know? Yes, no, or I don't know.
I'm gonna go out on Snoop.
Okay. Did Ti snitch on his dead cousin or wherever?
Well,
I think that's what they talking about. Or the Lifeline 911 shit. 9111. Okay. Uh,
if that's the
yeah.
case, because people saying if somebody dead, you can pin stuff on them. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. There's a rule, like there's ways you can bend this rule, and it's just like
I know. Hey, you feel me? So did he snitch? Yes, no, or I don't know.
I'm gonna guess no, because he didn't put nobody in jail. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Shit. Did Woody snitch? Did he put Thug? Did Woody snitch?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. He lied to the police.
Okay. 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 Did Gunna snitch?
Um,
Uh, I don't know. This one's hard because
because when it happened, I was like, yeah, Thug had to tell him to do that so he can get back out
I
in the
said the
world.
same.
I, I,
I said the same.
when I first saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, Thug told him to do that so that he can get back out and he can, because every time I'm gonna make music, bro, Thug is getting paid. So I'm like, yeah, why would you want your investment in jail too? Why would you want both of y'all not making no money? Like, but I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yeah for Gunna.
Okay. Before we move on, we're gonna stop right here. So, what did you think about the pops saying that Gunna didn't snitch? And what do you? And to add on to that, we heard the 21 and the Thug conversation where he was saying he only went with that because Dirk baby
Hmm.
was already going in and he didn't want he didn't want to backtrack. With that information added, you still think Gunna snitch or I mean, it don't have to change your mind, just wondering, like, because a lot of people would say he snitched and then I thought the same thing. Do Thug actually think he snitched or is he only just because like he said, he didn't want, the backtrack or make them look stupid. What you think that was about? Do you
I think with the information, like I'm still gonna say yes, but it don't matter to me though that he snitched. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it ain't gonna stop me from
yeah,
listening to him. But like just
yeah.
in the presets of like saying, oh yeah, this is a gang. This is all. I'm gonna confirm that everything y'all basically this is a gang. So yes,
Yeah.
but like I'm not personally holding it against him. Like even six
Yeah.
nine, like we could talk about 6ix9ine too. Like obviously 6ix9ine told, but
I was gonna
they
say 6ix9ine.
they
I
extorted
was gonna
him.
say six.
They definitely extorted
So
6ix9ine.
I
So
was gonna ask about that. So he snitched. Did he have a reason?
I mean,
I
there's
mean, do everybody have a reason to snitch at the end of the day? Everyone has a reason to
so
snitch to get out of trouble.
this can be
But was his reason? Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Valid.
Like if anybody's watching and commenting, what do y'all think if somebody um, kidnaps you, extorts you, basically? You know what I mean? Messing with your baby mama. I mean, like, is that even your people anymore? You know what I mean? At that point, I'm gonna say he told, but like, it's just like the politics of it. Like, if all that happens to you and that's your family, your team or whatever, the
Speaking
only
from a civilian, speaking
the
from a civilian,
speaking from a
of course.
exactly, but like if you're speaking from
Yeah.
a street perspective, what are you supposed to do? If somebody rob you, you're supposed to rob them back, and now the option is that's my get back, either telling on you or setting you up. if
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
the context of what the street code says I was supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
there's the only two options. If somebody
Yeah.
either you basically now it's all out war against this person, or you're telling like then that's the two.
Yeah. That's the only two options, of course. Did Thug tell? Is Thug a snitch?
That's what I'm saying. Like man, I gotta the street. That's what the streets is saying. That's what the streets is saying.
Just rapid question.
Yeah.
From everybody we pointed out, yes, no, I don't know. Is this considered from the civilian, from the knowledge of what we have, of what we supposedly have for fucking snitching? Because, like I
Yeah.
said, it's a million different definitions to everybody. So, who actually knows what snitching actually means now? A couple of y'all gonna get on my ass. We know what it means. Is Thug a snitch or is he just messy? What is this?
I, you know, I just put that he's messy because a lot of them phone calls that was released. You know, obviously he's talking about Future, he's talking about Drake, Baby. Um, he even on the phone with different girls. It's like, um, I mean, this is probably a whole lot more people. He talking about Gun on there. His conversation with 21 to me was the most interesting, just because of like how smart 21's approach was. Like, um, it's like 21 was the only one that was really giving him the right opinion, you know, the right advice. Because I was like, why would you diss your artist? It never made sense to me why you would diss your investment.
Nigga, peer pressure, I guess, nigga, because the internet was cooking up beef, you know. They was cooking up the same thing with J. Cole and Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? And J. Cole, everybody give him flack about it. Sometimes I do too, over certain debates. But J. Cole said, I'm not gonna do what the internet want me to do. And, you know, want this all out war. And Thug said out his own mouth, everybody was talking shit about Gunna, so he didn't stop it. He just jumped with it, you know. A follower, you know. And it's cool. You can be a leader and follower at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But that's all that was, obviously. They kind of taught you how to band homies with your homie, you know? Like some high school shit, you know what I'm saying? And the internet is that crazy. Start a lot of shit and then play surprise. You got to understand how fast the public can turn on you in like 1 fucking second, because everybody wanted Thug out. Everybody wanted Thug out. Everybody wanted Thug out. And when Thug get out, if it's because he snitched or because he wherever, now everybody mad that Thug is out. Now everybody turned. Nigga, you was better off in jail where everybody wanted you out, where everybody still liked you. You know, and no, you're not better off in jail. Who gives anybody's opinion?
Exactly.
Obviously, famous people do. So yes, nigga, you was better off probably in jail because famous people care. Okay,
And
obviously. Yeah.
and bro, like I was telling you, he released an apology. So like, he does feel some type of way about everything that has happened. Like, I don't think he apologized to Gunna though. Hang on, I saw all of these.
Yeah, a lot of people keep saying apologize. I haven't seen that.
He
I
apologized to
have not.
Drake, 21, Mariah the Scientist, Future. No Gunna apology.
Do Gunna deserve an apology?
I would say so. I feel like you got to
Yeah.
know who you even dealing with. I mean, isn't it already been out that he told already before the situation?
Who?
Gunna.
Gunna before? Uh, I remember his cousin or something getting locked up, and he told them that his cousin didn't do it or some shit like that.
Well, that's not. I mean, I'm letting you know these ain't the rules that I live by. I just mean in their arena. You know what I mean? Trying to make.
Oh, let me hurry up and stay in there. Is that snitching? Gunna saying, I think I remember this right. If I'm wrong, fucking scrub it or forget everything I said, everybody. I remember Gunna saying that his cousin didn't commit a crime. some shit like that. Am I right?
I would say that's not snitching if you think about it, because yeah, I mean that's saying you're speaking up for your.
And people trying to say Gunna was a rat because of that a long time ago. Some shit like that.
But yeah,
Is that ratting because you know your family is innocent,
Oh,
and when you get the person that really did it in trouble, they be like, "Hey man, you were supposed to get
you're supposed to let your family rot in jail, man. You know what I mean,
See, that's why civilians need to figure out what is
bro. I'm trying to tell you, like this right here killed the whole shit. Like you'll see in 10 years, like this whole street codes thing is over with. Like,
Okay, you're right, and that was my whole point of asking the rapid shit. Who was the snitch? Who was the snitch? The reason I even brought that up, let's bring it back. Because you said that it's gonna be mainstream, and I was wondering who started it first. You brought up Snoop now, so I just wanted to ask that shit. But who made it popular? You said 6ix9ine made it popular,
I would say,
or made it okay to still walk out in the public
hmm
after snitching the whole
yeah,
game.
uh
He
huh.
still rapped. He still told everybody he didn't
He
give a
still
fuck. He
got
still,
he. So 6ix9ine got a
yeah,
lot of flack. Like people dog 6ix9ine. I would say really
yeah.
low key is Gunna. I'm gonna say Gunna because Gunna came out after telling like, and then did great. You know what I'm saying? Had the great album, and like people, the sentiment was like we don't care. We know Gunna makes good music. Like, you know what I mean? We're not gonna hold him to that standard, that
That
street
problem,
standard. You know what I mean? Huh?
is that a problem for hip hop? Is this gonna be a problem for hip hop
I think
to allow Gun to allow Gunna to get away with this? Is
I,
this and now Thug? Is this gonna be a problem for hip hop going forward? Because there was this no snitch rule in hip hop for fucking 90 years or however long hip hop been around. Is this since rules are changing? Is this gonna hurt hip hop?
I think it helps it, to be honest, because as you can see, the people that weren't that care if he snitched or not aren't the same people. Like he still got a whole audience that don't give a damn if he told on nobody. You know what I mean? Like Gunna got a his audience is like all demographics. Like they don't care if bro told on nothing. Like, and that's where hip hop has became like back in the day when it was just like more associated with the streets or whatever. I feel like it would have been a lot worse. But now it's like people are more forgiving. Like about the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like Drake, we have the number one rapper publicly suing Kendrick Lamar, the number one
Is that
artist.
is that good for hip hop?
I don't think that's as I think
I mean,
that's
it's
worse
not
for
good
hip
for
hop than the
him.
Gunna
It's
situation.
not bad. Is that good? Say that again. My bad.
I definitely think that that Drake situation is a little bit worse than the Gunna situation. Um, Not like that he's a snitch or nothing, but it's just like it's art. You know what I mean? And I think if he does win the case, now they're gonna be able to use the lyrics and stuff a lot more in the court of law. It's like yeah you win if if they gotta pay you money, but now moving forward they can always use lyrics. They can always use any sneak diss as like a defamation. You know what I mean? Like if you got the right lawyers, you could say somebody defamated your character type shit. You know what I mean?
Uh, that is so true. Damn. Uh, I think I think being the best in hip hop came with a lot of stuff. A lot of uh, what is it? Contributes. Is that what I'm looking for? Like you needed swag, you needed lyricism, you needed to be able to perform on stage. That's why Chris Brown and hip hop and R&B is one and one.
Yeah.
Uh, you needed, in order to be the best, you needed to be a Chris Brown, be able to perform on stage and make the best music and have the swagger and have this. They won't consider Chris Brown the best because they still bring up the Rihanna shit. And some people won't put him in the same category. They try to knock Michael out of the category
Mm-hmm.
because of the kids and shit. So it's certain things on your resume that will stop you from being the greatest. And that's in anything. John Jones, him and his wife problems, or steroids, anything, they would try to stop him stop they would try to stop the conversation of he's the best fighter. You know what I'm saying? So my point of saying that is certain things about your record that has to be clean in order to be the best. And I think in hip-hop, being a snitch automatically disqualifies you from being the
Hmm.
best. being
Hmm.
soft being soft or not having enough. Only J. Cole can be considered the best and not have all of the street code of hip hop. All of the streetness and still be considered one of the best. They still try to stop Eminem because they say niggas don't listen to him in the hood because he don't got that hood presence. My point is,
Yeah.
how can you have a snitching, that tarnish your legacy? If that's what I'm trying to say. If these people going into the Hall of Fame, they're gonna talk about T.I. in that fucking commercial forever. They're gonna talk about, just certain shit that you did or said or what's on your. They're gonna talk about Drake suing Kendrick is why he can never be the best. You know that, right? They're gonna say that. People is gonna stop that because of him suing him. He lost the rap battle and he's suing, and they'll never let him be there. How can you be the best in hip hop if you gotta be soft? Blah 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 blah. How can you be the best in hip hop if you was a snitch? Who would give you that title? It's kind of disrespectful. And Thug is not trying to be the best in hip hop.
Mm-mm.
I'm not
No.
sure if he is or not.
Mm-mm.
Trying to be himself. But my point is, if that's okay in hip hop to be a snitch or whatnot, you can still never be. I think the qualifications for being the best is gonna slowly keep changing. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making sense about all that
Yeah.
shit,
I know
but
exactly.
I just think stuff that you can't do
Mm-hmm.
in hip hop.
And I
You
think
can't.
that's me and you because we're still like raised in like what I mean the 2000s basically. So like that's what I'm saying. Like we still hold a different standard. But like imagine if we're 15 years old today type shit. Like I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like even Drake, like when you brought up Drake, like I don't think Drake is even trying to be the best rapper. He's trying to be the best artist. You know what I mean? Like he's not only stuck worrying about hip hop and R&B. I mean, he definitely cares because like that's that's probably like his favorite part of it. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I think it's just I just think like maybe like us to like everybody older, but I think these young people. I mean, I think they're a little bit more lenient about the whole subject of telling and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Because you wouldn't have a
Like,
career back in the day. Like if you they heard you
yeah,
you would
you know what I'm
be.
saying? So you wouldn't have a career. Who said this shit? I think it was Killer Cam who said it. Like, if he ever told that, like, goes, it probably wasn't him. It was probably Jules. I don't know, one of them, somebody said it. But telling goes against your resume in hip hop. You can't go fucking tell. And then it's like it's completely the opposite. It clashes. You telling, that's why 6ix9ine got packed the fuck up out of here. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Because we can't allow that. And you always gonna have people be like, yo, turn that snitch. Yo, black people, you can say what you want about the young crowd or whatnot
The
being more
YNs.
lenient. The YNs being more lenient. You gotta understand, in the clubs and the hoods and all that shit, bro, you bump shit like that. And it's
Mm-hmm.
still, I guess you're right. If Thug get away with this shit, that's what's gonna change everything. But is Thug popular enough to change everything?
I think to the to
Or
the
is
to the street to the
like
streets.
nigga snitch and they about to get him up out of here?
I feel like
Is Thug gonna stay? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like amongst the streets, I feel like he's that popular. Like, um, yeah, I think the streets. Yeah, amongst the streets, yeah, he's one of the like top guys they got, you know. But yeah, I think it's just I think we did waste a lot of like not me and you, but like the whole hip hop and the whole internet community. We wasted 2 weeks worrying about if he told and all these phone calls and yeah, I just don't think it's just such a weird situation, man. I I don't know. I feel like they accepted him though. Like he came up with this. I think it was 8 page apology. I feel like they're not gonna. You know what I mean? They're gonna let him slide, bro.
It's crazy for people to hear your private conversations with your shorty, huh?
Well, yeah, whoever
You
did
know,
that's crazy. That's crazy. Whoever did that.
yeah, that's crazy because let's keep it 300. Let's keep it 300. People are hypocrites, right? You know how many people talking shit about him being messy? Did we forget there's a T out or shit like that? You know what I'm saying? There's an app for motherfuckers being messy. Did we forget what social media is? If you ever went to any comments of any famous person on planet Earth, people are messy. And most of the time, it's like 75% of the people being messy. You know, in the last 2 or 3 years, with the Diddy shit, with the Justin Bieber, and I can name 100 celebrities that we've been messy about. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how Thug is being crucified for talking with his shorty when everybody
Probably does the same thing.
probably talking with his shorty does the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, the same people that's calling 6ix9ine a snitch and all this stuff. Like you pointed out, what would you do if you was kidnapped, sorted, and I'm just saying the same people people are hypocrites, bro. It's funny. You know, it's just funny just looking at people. Sometimes I just read that shit.
Because they're not in the
Man, I know
situation.
you would
You
do
know.
the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I know you specifically would be on the phone with your shit and say something. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's funny how we crucify others. What's that one without saying cast the first stone shit? So
Yeah, and
yep, that's what we gotta say about that, bro. Anything else you want to say about that?
just one more thing about that, and then we can get off of Thug. Supposedly, Thug
Oh yeah.
is dropping his project on the same day as
Ah,
YFN Lucci. After all
yes,
this whole
yes.
situation, you know what I mean? He's still,
Uh-huh.
he's still like, he's still playing with it. You know what I mean? After all this, he's still kind of like, still playing with the situation. By
You think it's a good thing? You think he should be?
I mean, in my personal opinion, I would say nah, for real. Uh-uh.
Why? Would this be the nail in the coffin of Lucci Seymour?
I don't think that's gonna happen at all. But I just think it's just like, bro.
Oh, you think Doug is gonna sell more, obviously.
I just think it's weird.
Okay.
Like every issue that I have with Thug is like the Wayne thing, naming your project after Wayne thing is just super weird to me. Then it's like the Andre 3000 disses, the a lot of different stuff. I'm like, bro, he just moves differently. Then
Yeah.
it's kind of just weird in my opinion. And then this is like
Yeah.
this is a part of it as well. Um, Trying to like drop. We know all these people done died. Y'all done did 2 or 3 years in jail over like this thing. You know what I
Going back.
mean? Why are we
Yeah.
still? You made your apology. This is your time to move on from this shit. But like, let's drop on the same day so people on the internet can still incite us to beef.
Yeah.
But that's all I got.